What are your expectations?
Well, the party is gathering on the journey to rebuild our fortunes according to our roots. And so the business of the day will kickstart, and then the party rank and file who are delegated to be here will walk through the various motions, and then we'll see. It's a very important part of the journey to rebuild and recapture back power and put this country on track. So I'm very excited and very expectant that the business of the day will be successful, and then we'll finish with this phase of the process.
What is the most striking motion for you?
Well, I think to try and enlarge the space and give opportunity to as many as possible to join hands. The fight and the struggle ahead is the one of all hands on deck. And so those that seek to broaden the base and include bigger participation are quite good. Electoral areas, giving access to former party executive at the polling station to come on board and so on. But basically just to enlarge the base.
I mean, this limited expansion was contrasted to one man, one vote. How possible? What measures can the NPP take to ensure that they can get the one man, one vote?
Well, we just have to be cautiously ambitious. The ultimate is to get to the one man, one vote, but it has to start from somewhere. I believe as we go in the next round of such processes, we should be inching towards the one man, one vote. But we just want to be cautious even as we seek to broaden the base.
Do you think that this limited expansion will bring the efficiency needed for the party to organize effectively at its base?
It surely will change the status quo. I mean, it will bring in much more hands. So we expect to have a better position now than the previous.
Thank you very much. That is the Honorable Martin J. Mensah Kotza.
I'm fine.
I mean, you are out of parliament, but this is the first time the party is meeting in large numbers. What does it mean for you?
Well, it still shows that the party is very strong and still very organized. And we are complying with our constitution. We should have a conference. So that's why we are here.
I mean, you've been at such conferences before. When it comes to decision making, to the best of your knowledge, how is it going to be? We are told 56 motions.
Well, as you might have heard, proposals were invited, and about 300 proposals were submitted. And by the provisions of the Constitution, the General Secretary had to circulate these proposals. But some of them are similar. So what you do is to put them into motions. So the 300 proposals have been reduced to, just like you said, 56 motions. So here we'll take every motion. Then there will be a seconder, and then we will then vote on it. Then we move on.
How is the voting done?
Well, I had the privilege of being the acting legal committee chairman in 2009 when we did a massive expansion. We went by voice vote. About 3,000 people here. If we were going to do head count, then we will not leave here. It will take us a week. So
you're a former member of parliament, and immediate past former member of parliament. Is there a way to object to? I mean, if the person chairing says, "I hear the yeah," and someone believes that it's rather no, is there a practice of being able to object?
Well, usually in parliament, it's easy to do that because you may even call for head count. I mean, you go by the rules. You may call for head count. You will stand up for us to be counted, or you may call for division. But this is not parliament. This is a party conference. And we believe that what has been happening, this is not the first time we are doing this. Apart from 2009, subsequently we've done some of these amendments. So even if you look at the proposals, I don't think there's anything controversial.
What do you say to those who think that, I mean, without a process to object to what really the decision is, it's just a stamp, really rubber stamp of
So that's what I'm saying, that in the first place, if there's a motion and somebody has a counter motion, you'll be allowed to speak. At the end of the day, then the vote will be put. And if...
Before you take leave of us, I mean, The party is supposed to be united. We've heard from former president before who said he has been sidelined, and he had actually written to the party asking for this event to be postponed. The party could not accede to that because of logistical or whatever reason that may have been. What do you make of that? And former President Akufo-Addo is also not going to be here. He has traveled. The two gentlemen who have led the party before to the presidency are all not going to be here. Is the party really united?
Well, it's unfortunate, but it appears their calendar did not run in sync with our calendar. Ideally, we could have sat down with them to make sure that if July is not suitable, then we could push it forward. And for President Akufo-Addo, he doesn't have any issue. He said we can go ahead. He wished he would have been here, but for other reasons he cannot be here. For President Akufo, he asked for end of August that he will be back in town for us to then decide a date. We all sat down, we looked at how far we had gone. Just this Monday, we considered it, and between Monday and now, a lot had gone in. So we thought it would be prudent to go back to him and discuss. Even though he's out of town, we were ready to send a delegation to him to discuss that this is a decision we've taken, not out of any disrespect, but for the fact that indeed we had gone very far when this issue came up. And because of him, an emergency National Council meeting was called. And it was decided amicably, we agreed that this is the way forward. So that's why we are still here.
Right.
Thank you very much.